golden experience over to Space Station Gold. Only one way to find out is to ask Finch and Tolly.
And we'll bring you the answer here. Back to a very similar composition to what did well for them last time. And again, looking for Panatom early on, but this time he was ready. Blinks. And so it won't be a surprise, at least when he ganks. But the question is, are they ready? He does blink in, and still he manages to catch Netroid. Still he manages to get pulled in. And still he manages to fall for first blood. Wrongu in some trouble too, and just barely makes out of there alive. But as you said, they had the information and still get caught off guard.
But now the follow-up damage. Shinto is here, drops the ultimate, drops the life of Oswald. Chapo gonna get slowed out a little bit longer, using the root, using the wisps just to buy himself a moment. Even wanted to pull Wrongu just because he can. Wouldn't have even done it. Oh, it really is. And level 8 now for Yarkor after that proxy farm. Mask needs to look for a 1v1. Gets off the taunt now, and the 2v1 Yarkor is going to go down, I think.
Yeah, it'll be very difficult for him to survive. He does have Panatom coming in, but without the Fear No Evil, it's not as impactful a rotation. But Yarkor might slip his way out. Just commit disengaging. In comes Shinto on the Apwash. That's Uzi's worst nightmare. They at least make it 1-for-1.
Mask now in a little bit of trouble as well, using that turtle form to get a little bit of a shield, was forced into the beats, but now it's Chapo that could be in a little bit of trouble. Wrongu has made his presence, the stun is good.
That's huge.
The damage from Shinto even better.
So 2-for-1 then, that starts with Yarkor, but if Uzi makes it out, that is all Mask.
Oh, now it's up to Chapo to follow this up. Yarkor is spinning. Chapo looking for something. He still has the ultimate. Good root onto Panatom, finally finding the double knockup.
He comes into the back line to drop the Wrath-of-Tyr. I think Panatom's down. Chapo finds that kill, but a double kill from Shinto and a kill from Yarkor. Critically, 3 members go down from Sanguine to punish.
Oh my. PlayStation Gaming give up their blue, give up those back camps in attempts and hopes of securing that objective, just not enough.
Chapo blinks in, Wrath-of-Tyr, but Fear No Evil is the follow-up. Shinto's low, Shell comes through, it's not enough. Matty Pocket shuts him down, but Chapo falls as well, mid for mid.
Is an AoE movement and speed increase.
It might be Bumbus, I think so too. And he probably wouldn't worry so much if he's doing less damage as Panatom punishes him. Did Uzi go for the proxy?
Yeah.
He was in between the tier 1, tier 2.
He did.
Maybe he's trying to pull it away from this Gold Fury, which is now on the menu for Space Station, but they don't want to stick on it. Apwash drops the ultimate mask, gets out of it quickly. Gold Fury still not leashed. Sanguine move in and secure the objective, but in comes Matty Pocket, dropping the intoxicated Netroids out of there.
Shinto dies to Chapo's damage over time. Great pull onto Wrongu by Chapo. The Sylvanas mid, by the way.
Yarkor comes back in as well, masked. Watch Netroid way in the back of the fight. The knockup's there, but Aegis immune to the damage. But Yarkor on the King Arthur can battle between 3 all day long. And now Mask is in some trouble as Panatom looks to hunt him down.
Needs one more basic, maybe the somersault jump. Mask gonna use the wrong form to disengage.
Goes into the mink instead of the turtle. Doesn't get any extra health. Oswald does at least find Yarkor in the back end, but that's a big fight for Sanguine. They get the Gold Fury.
That is a lot of damage dealt onto Shinto and Yarkor. Mask has been spotted out now in a 1v1 up against Panatom. Looking for more action. Yarkor outside of the tier 1 tower. You get stunned, knocked up, and obliterated.
And so now comes the Empty the Crypts, but that doesn't feel like quite the right timing. Space Station just fall back A-OK. In comes Chapo back in with the knockup and the pull, but Fear No Evil cuts everything short. No follow-up from Space Station thanks to the ult from Panatom.
What a... But they're going in. Chapo with a beautiful pull onto Shinto.
They want the fight instead, and Shinto is no longer in the land of the living. Oswald's the one that gets the kill, but it's Chapo that sets it all up. Yarkor comes in the back line. He sees a bunch of low health bars, but can he do enough? Panatom jumps in as well, and Netroid's the target. He falls down right away.
Mask is going to be the first casualty out of Space Station Gaming Gold, trying to retreat now. Not too much mana onto Uzi's Hell to heal everyone else back up. 6 waves under that tier 1 middle tower.
And they want him a little bit more too. Shinto gets pulled back in. He hasn't had a moment to breathe yet in this game. Aegis buys him a moment, but Mast and Chapo shrug it off. They're not taking any
hands, although it will be in 10 seconds. It could be a throwing situation that Space Station Gaming don't want to have.
They definitely don't want to do it. They just want the fight. But Fear No Evil controls Chapo. Finally, they get rid of this Sylvanas. That's been a thorn in their side. Panatom comes right to the back line, too, to look for Mask. And there's Shinto, and there's the Empty the Crypts. Matty Pocket goes down as well, and Space Station Gaming got to start running.
Chapo and Matty Pocket dead, making it a 5-on-3, but this time
And with this unorthodox draft, Space Station, Sylvanas mid have Sanguine on the ropes.
That's right, they're the ones playing aggressive, but now going into Sanguine in the backline. Chapo forcing multiple beads. The curse taunt goes through, but Shinto takes out the hell.
That's huge that they get rid of him so early on. Netrioid chunks down Mask to the right-hand side and forces him out, but Space Station Gaming have to full-on disengage. Uzi is definitely the centerpiece of this comp with all that healing from the hell, and he's been forced out.
Look at Panatum's blink potentially coming back up is his ultimate in 30 seconds or so, looking for the loop around because Yarkor is buying time, trying to bait himself out.
He takes a little bit too much damage, might have left the bait in the water too long. Matty Pocket not
damage, considering all of it is instantly healed from Space Station. Uzi trying to do what he can between the damage and the slows. Mask double taunts.
He goes right to the back line, and Shinto's low, and inside the CC chain. He doesn't have beads for any of this, but he's still standing. Netroid finds one, but Mask critically gets Shinto. Phantom finds Mask as well, and Oswald way too low in the back line. Matty jumps in place for the knockup, and at least gets Uzi out of there, but that's 3 for 1 in Sanguine's favor.
And I think Sanguine are going to look.
And it's still relevant. It's just a question if they can fully capitalize on it, because Space Station are done with the FG. They're just kind of moving down mid now.
Oh,
Chapo blinks in and finds the knockup onto 2, and Shinto yet again is the target, but Empty the Crypts deletes Mask. He goes in too far by himself and ends up falling.
And this is why Upwash is so good against this composition. The cleanse from Uzi onto himself, preventing not something they want to have happen.
And it really looked like Space Station had given up around this fire giant. They were like, let's just kind of push down mid. It worked for us last time as Yarkor looks to lock down Uzi. This is the critical target. They get rid of Uzi early on. A huge play from Yarkor to find the hell too far forward by herself and ends up getting punished.
But now what does Sanguine get out of it? They're not even going to go for the fire giant. As I say that, they started up though. Mast has revived. He's getting closer and closer. Chapo spots this out. He actually gets into combat, but Yarkor's taking way too much damage.
Yeah, he's too far forward, just like Uzi was. But this fight is still much easier for Sanguine to win without having to worry about the hell. Now comes through the cursed donk, and Netroid finds the shot over the shoulder, and Chapo goes down. Mask in some trouble, so is Matty Pocket as Fear No Evil locks him down. Mask falls as well, and it's just the duo lane, Matty and Oswald, left to defend.
Shinto is low, but he can heal.
Mask to come over.
Yeah, they kind of want to take this fight like right between those two flags, where Shinto's ultimate is going to cover the entire radius, but Space Station Gaming too patient to go outside of their Phoenix. They're going to allow Sanguine to engage first.
Yarkor blinks in. He looks for Uzi yet again, but a great response from Chapo comes in as well. But Matty Pocket has been stuck in between everything. Fear No Evil controls enough space for Netroid to come in and clean up the kill. Mid Phoenix goes down 2, and Rongyu still surging forward.
It's a 5-on-4. Matty Pocket is dead for a full minute, but it's still with healers. A good taunt, a lot of shell damage being mitigated. Shinto in a lot of trouble in the back.
Rongyu just gets out the cursed donk while he still can. Felt his life was threatened, but Shinto goes down first. But Uzi falls in trade. The most important target, the high-value target on the right-hand side goes down, and Sanguine can afford to stick around. But it looks like they're trying to fall back. 2 Phoenixes is pretty good.
A great knockup from Mask during that overhand smash. Prevents the damage, tops himself off a little bit longer. Yes, they do lose the middle and right side Phoenix, but they still hold on to the game. They need to last a little bit longer to try to sell off some of their boots to try to match the pacing of Sanguine.
This has been so patient from Sanguine. Such a hard-fought game for them to try and close this set out, because Space Station has done everything but make it easy. If you thought that the 4 tanks and the Amusin Cobb might their base and come out to try and contest into a fight that would at best be a 50-50 anyway, Rongyu the first one here, but Sanguine's still waiting. They're not ready to grab this objective just yet. Feels like so much of this fight comes down to the patience of Shinto, the positioning of Uzi, how well those 2 players in particular can stay alive.
Just like Sanguine making the crucial mistake in game number 2, that's what Space Station Gaming wants to avoid in this final game 3. They can't make it to MSI, but they could certainly play spoiler. And honestly, the way they've been like positioning and looking for engages in this specific game is probably better than most of their games that I've seen throughout the split. They've definitely learned quite a bit throughout every...
For phase 1, they still got phase 2 to look forward to.
And can I just say, I just like Chapo on any frontline god. more than I like him on like the backline hyper carries. He just feels more comfortable. I don't know.
Yarkor goes to the backline, but it's Oswald he looks for this time. Can't quite lock him down. He spins his way back to the rest of the group. Ozzy tries to move forward, but Fear No Evil, maybe not the best ultimate this time. A lot of key cooldowns used, and they don't find much. But with that left side Phoenix going down, that's enough. Chapo comes in and falls too. Panatom is able to grab him. Ozzy tries to get to the back line to find Netrioid, but he just can't do enough. And now they don't have their healer masked, isolated and stuck between three.
How did Netroid survive that one? Oswald going to go down as well. It's only Ozzy to play defense, but that's going to be it. Sanguine going to win game 3.
Yeah, Ozzy just can't do enough. Sanguine finally break through the base. They go to Oswald first. They can't quite get him, but taking down Chapo, forcing out Ozzy, that was the pieces that they needed to close out this set 2-1 over Space Station.
It was a battle of nutrition. Sanguine coming out on top there. The double sustain of the Hell Sylvanas, not as impactful against compared to the Guan Yu Sylvanas. Also, I guess, because Sanguine were prepared.